Let's talk about Commissioner Jones and other people who have decided to get in this race. It's a pretty big field. We're talking about
huge.
We're talking about a primary now where there are probably 5 or 6 or even 7 people in the race. It appears as of now, but the big dog is not in the race. So the person who is assumed
I'm
to
in
be
the race. I just announced.
You're the big dog.
Come on, dog. I just announced. What you talking about? What you talking about?
You're welcome. Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst is looming over this race.
You mean the tall dog? Okay.
The tall dog.
Okay.
I didn't mean big, I meant is looming over this race because it is assumed that he will have the ability to finance a campaign that will dwarf anybody else's in terms of resources. But yet all these people are getting in the race, despite...
So what does that tell you?
Well, what does that tell you? I'm going to ask you, what does that tell you? Do you believe that Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst is the front runner in this race?
No.
Would you talk about that? And there are a lot of people who would say, wait a minute, he has the money, he has the name ID, he's been lieutenant governor of the state. Anybody running against him is going to have to topple him. Talk about that.
Let me do 2 things.
Yeah.
One thing that we saw in the most recent election cycle in 2010 is that message and passion and connectedness with voters can trump money. If money was that significant, we would not have had some of the victories we saw across the country. If money was that significant, Tony Sanchez would be governor of the state of Texas. If money was that significant, no offense, your New York Yankees would have beaten my Texas Rangers.
That's true. And the Philadelphia Phillies wouldn't have gotten our Cliff Lee. That's exactly right. Is Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst conservative enough to be the United States Senator from Texas? Should you not prevail? Should he prevail? Is he conservative enough in your mind to represent the state?
Voters will make that determination.
I'm asking you to make that determination.
Voters will make the determination.
You're a voter.
Now, let me tell you, and I'm going to vote for me.
Right.
I'm voting for me.
Right.
So that's not a secret. I mean, I'll tell you.
You've let yourself off the hook.
But I will answer. I will answer it this way. Voters will make that determination, but voters will also look for something else. They're going to look for, as I said, a consistent conservative. But they're going to look for somebody who can go to Washington and be courageous in Washington, who has the courage to stand up to the establishment. And they're going to look to somebody that they can say, wait a minute, if I got to drive from here to Dallas, I can be in the car with that guy. I like that guy. I want to be in the car with that guy, and I can drive with him. They're looking for a range of things. They're looking for someone that they trust, someone that they feel is like them, and someone that they feel is going to fight for them.
Are you suggesting Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst is not likable?
I am suggesting that I am quite likable.
Yeah, so you're going to stay on the affirmative side of this. You're not going to...